cafe waypoint. All right.
Hot, a lot of people. Like and the population.
Now I want to talk about the competition at hand because obviously this is going to be the biggest. That you prepare for that?
I don't think like there's a way to like prepare for it. Yeah. But try to like calm down.
Like a live crowd.
Yeah.
I try not to take tournaments like too seriously, but just relaxed, you know, and just I feel like I played better.
Yo, man, quiero que empiece ya otra partida de agua.
Different sites around the city. We're going to go to Washington. All right, so now here we are in Washington Square Park, gentlemen. And we have this here to talk about competition. You guys are potentially going to be facing off against each other. Have you thought about that now?
I don't know. I just don't want to feel the L2 spam like.
Oh, you don't want to feel the L2 spam?
I've watched them play a little bit. Him and Stompy, they're very like. I've seen them play aggro before. It's pretty scary. So if you have chemistry where you can play without even talking, you guys know what you're gonna do. That's like, a team like that's gonna win. So
what you guys are gonna experience this weekend. This is the first Fortnite World Cup. You're going to be playing for millions of dollars, essentially. Has that even set with you guys yet?
Even if it's not me, I'm thinking there's going to be millionaires after this tournament. Yeah. There's going to be millionaires.
Life-changing money.
I try not to be, I'm not like greedy about it or anything. It's really nice
Dios,
to see,
qué mierda, esto sin no entender nada, tío.
Just blow up off of this.
All right, I'm going to dive more into that, but I think it's time to get a slice of pizza. Take you out for a good pizza. We'll get some pizza. To give everyone pizza. Yeah, I'm gonna show up with 2 giant boxes of pizza. Pizza. Say I won't, Paula. Say I won't. And I kept telling people, hey, I want to get a slice of pizza with you. You know, all the players, and they all ignored me. You know? So thank you guys so much for coming out. I really appreciate it. Obviously, this has been an incredible journey for you all. You're now on the precipice of one of the biggest events in the history of all competitive gaming.
I'm happy that it was a fair chance for everybody, you know, open qualifiers.
Yeah.
You could have no exposure, but if you're good, you get in the tournament. So I'm just really thankful to be here, and I'm going to enjoy my time here.
Yeah, and we just try to like make our fans happy. I'm really looking forward to play on the stage in front of 100,000 people.
Do you feel like the fans and how they've been supporting you all on this road to this, do you feel like that adds a little bit to this pressure?
Honestly, it gives just more support for me. I feel more like happy to be here when there's all these people, whether they're rooting for me or other players. Fortnite's grown so much, and I just can't wait to see all like the crowd, and I know it's gonna get bigger and bigger every event. So,
fellas, best of luck at the Fortnite World Cup this weekend. Seriously, nothing but the best for you. But we're in the thick of things here in New York. So I think we got to get some more pizza. You guys down? All right, let's do it. New York's got everything, and this weekend.
Parar de comer pizza. Yo quiero ver una puta partida ya, joder.
These two have had their slice. Let's see how they handle the competition.
Que me estáis dando rabia, que yo también quiero comer pizza.
Good guy, golden boy. You gotta love him. You can't not. He's just the best, and it's really cool that he got to go out, hang out with Aiden, get some pizza, and, you know, just tour New York. You love to see it. You love to see it. Now, guys, there is actually a dynamic duo that we want to talk to. We actually have Jordan Fisher standing by. He's going to be chatting with Nyx and PF Zin. These guys qualified back from the Brazilian region. They've got some things to say. So, Jordan, let's go over to you.
Thank you, my friend. I've got Nyx and PF Zin here. Nyx, you were the first Brazilian player to qualify for the World Cup. Can you talk to me a little bit about the dynamic that the two of you share as partners?
Nyx, você estava dominando nas últimas semanas, principalmente para os qualifiers da World Cup. Você pode falar um pouco sobre a dinâmica de vocês?
Eu e o PFzinho costuma jogar bem agressivo e tentar pegar o máximo de eliminações possível.
PFZ and I, we try to play as aggressively as possible and get as many eliminations as we can.
As you should in the name of Battle Royale, right? Now, PF Zin, you seem to balance out the fiery kind of loose cannon nature of Nyx, who is obviously a dominant player, you know, kind of helping him set up for a solid end game. What's it been like to work with such a young and fiery player like Nyx?
PFzinho, você parece que você consegue contrabalançar o estilo bem incendiante do Knicks. Então, como é que é isso para você, fazer esse lado mais balanceado da dupla?
Basicamente eu tenho uma role de suporte, então eu meio que fico... Por exemplo, ele tem a função de ficar embaixo matando todo mundo e eu controlando o high ground. Basicamente é um lado mais estratégico, enquanto ele é o lado mais agressivo.
Basically, I have more of a support role. Whenever we're in high ground, I'm just more in the background, supporting him. Like he has a more aggressive role.
Setting him up.
Yeah.
To fire the loose cannon at the end. It reminds me of the very W key in a West that I play on all the time, and that has really, just got me cranking my 90s on a regular basis. You know about that courage, right? Am I right? Back to you.
Whoa. Jordan, it's back to me. Come on, courage. He's just found the chicken parmesan. Someone whispered the word and he went running. You just see it. Also, big shout out to Nix and PFZen. I actually chatted with Nix very quickly. He walked up and was like, "Hi, I'm Nix." And I'm thinking, this guy knows how to talk. So I talked a bunch of stuff, told him much I loved him. Turns out he didn't understand any of it. So I had to get a translator and tell him that I love him. But that's how things go. Now, of course, guys, I know what you want. You want more games. We have 4 more on deck. So I think for now, we're going to send it back up to Golden Boy and Monster. They're going to get us into these games. So how's DJ Mike Brown? Play us in.
Ya lo dijo el 18.
All right, huge shout out to DJ Mike Brown, spinning the ones and twos here at the Arthur Ashe Stadium. Golden Boy alongside Masa D-Face, Boricua Boys back at it again, looking to bring you the fun as we have games 3 and 4 on deck. And so far, this has been one of the most exciting events I've ever been to. That game 1 was ridiculous. Game 2 did not disappoint as well, Monster.
No, it didn't. I thought for a second there we're going to see back-to-back
¿Quién, yo?
from Zay and Sap. And I mean, we honestly did. Everyone that was in the top 10 contestant, even...
De la World Cup. ¿Para qué? Para acumular minutos en el canal. Porque si no me lo cierran. Si no emito... Si no omito por lo menos 10 minutos en 3 veces, me quitan el canal.
Players from New Zealand, everyone's putting in every little bit they can. But folks, it's now time for game number 3. The players are all loaded up in the battle bus, and we are about to take off. Let's see who's going to get that much closer to raising the trophy and being your Fortnite World Champions of Duos. Here we go.
Keep it going. It's the duo competition. If you were nervous before, hopefully they kicked the bucket over the
No.
And they're back and they're recuperating.
I know I practically kicked the bucket after Vinny and Zetro won game 2, man. I was feeling it, man. It was nuts. And there they are on your screen.
Vale.
So the drop for the bus here, it's going to be a north to south one going right over that ice biome. It's going to cut pretty much center of the map there. And Vinny and Zextro, I'm very happy that they're performing this well, Monster. This is a duo that had so much success. Even going into the World Cup qualifiers, we all were like, yeah, this is a duo that definitely should make it. This is a duo that, hey, they could even win the whole thing.
Yeah.
Then tragedy struck as Zextro had a few problems with arthritis and different things with his hands. And I'm make sure I'm getting that right.
Ah, vale, ya empezó.
And I'm just bummed out about that. Good to see them here showing up, man. That's huge.
I mean, that's what you expect of our competitive veterans, specifically Zextro, Vinny. They go back to as many of the LAN tournaments that we've seen, as does Zay and Sap. But anyways, in here we have UN KBB. He's going to take down Mexi.
Este chino parece... Los asiáticos parecen de los típicos asiáticos que se clasifican de potra, pero en realidad son bastante buenos.
Yeah, a little toe-to-toe action here, Golden Boy.
Very rough situation to be in here, but Zexro now looking to engage in this one. Potentially here is going to have, we're going to go over to his POV now. Kind of get, it's a little wild, man. It's like just getting the bearings all together here, I think, for the players as well. That moment where they can just have that conversation. What are they going to do? How are they going to just implement their strategy going into the next game? What is that strategy going to be? Do you mix it up? Do you change your drop spots? These are things that are going to be so important for these players. The time that they can take to just communicate with one another. Now Scram looking to be potentially in a world of hurt here. We heard from Nyx, PF Zin earlier on. This is the Brazilian duo. I don't think they know that. Yes, Scram, they're going to be on the hunt for him, so they know that he's around here. They're just trying to sniff him out.
Yeah, and if you were in the players' lounge, you could feel the tension, specifically when we brought up the Brazilian duos, the Brazilian players. These guys qualified, and they qualified with heavy elimination. Nyx especially being one of our
No, me da igual.
only players to like literally qualify
Me
as
voy a
hard
unir.
as you can in the, for the
He
weekend
was at
here.
it each and every week. You constantly saw him at the top every single time. It was so impressive, and also qualified for solo, so we'll be seeing Nyx tomorrow. And then you got Scram. He's got 2 eliminations.
¿Por qué dices ahora si todos estábamos en el grupo antes? Ah, hola Joel.
As Nyx came in and they just wrapped up one of the other players. They actually didn't initiate the
Joder, la Roma acaba de ganar el City 0, un equipo de mierda, tío.
just get lucky and be able to kind of sneak on by as he hears this powerhouse duo, this Brazilian duo, kind of loot their way through and make their way to the zone soon.
And loot they definitely will, because they're getting a lot of resources out of this. Scram over in the distance. He's going to be out of there, but now we're making our way over to the action. It's happening with 7SSK7. Got Spades and Crims now looking to push on for this fight here, potentially. Got some shots going off. Crims is going to play that overlook position, getting challenged there, and trying to use that advantage from the download, a little bit of that right hand, right? Just see if he can get a peek in there. Does get tagged up, Crims. Guy does back away there, does manage to build out. And Spades is going to force him out. There you go. So they're just right now playing for that positioning, and I like the fact that they're using these, the natural high grounds, right? Get to the top, hold it down. Don't really focus too much on just trying to get in their face quite yet. Give yourself that moment of opportunity and really get a lay of the land, and then going for the engagement.
Yeah, absolutely. The best duos will try their best to isolate their opponents, really force them into, very weird situations like this, force the 1v1s, and hopefully get those free shots, and then pursue the push here. So again, look at how now they're split up again. So Spades and Crims are doing a great job here pressuring and isolating their opponents right now. And so far, they're definitely dictating the pace of battle here.
Yeah,
that's what they want to continue to do.
They're suffocating them. Plain and simple, right? Not let them get any kind of movement there. I mean, Jamside and 7SSK7, they're looking, they're having a conversation of what the play is. What is the movement going to be? But Crims and Spades are not going to allow them that opportunity to breathe. That's going to be the down there. Crims managing to knock down Jamside. He's looking for 7SSK7 around the corner, and that's going to be the elimination registered. Both players are going to be out of there. And a big win there for Crimson Spades.
What a clean push right there. Crimson Spades have so much to prove here, because when they qualified, they were kind of looked down on, like, wait a second, was it luck? Was it not? No, they're here to show it off and show why they're at the World Cup Finals. But now, hopping back with Miz and Daedra, we saw them have a great game one, came out top 10, and they're still in the running. They're in about the top 10 right now as well, based off of eliminations. Not necessarily picking up too many placement points. They're heavily dependent on just piping up these players at these points of interest, and looks like Lucky Landers is theirs right now.
And they'll have that, but let's see. Miz and Daedra, they linger about it. I love the fact that we go to this hot spot here, so there is going to be a bunch of free items that you're going to be able to pick up on. Also, you're going to have that circle advantage. It's right there, so you don't got to worry too much. You can continue.
Vamos, Wargway, vamos, Tux.
So be careful. Where's Daedra at? He's going to be right next to him, trying to get these angles.
So what they have to do, they have to stick together. Looking for the sound cues right here. Can they find their opponent, catch a nice little low ground peak right here? Low ground is definitely underrated. If you can just kind of peek out, catch a big shot, you're almost guaranteed a headshot, which is a big multiplier.
Yeah, players don't really think about that, right? Like you always see Fortnite players go after the high, pay dividends for you if you know how to take advantage of that positioning, and maybe some overzealous players to try and get aggressive on you. You got Gustavo along with Wishy.
I'm actually very interested to see if Gustavo's going to lead this push here, because specifically between these two players right here, this duo, this Brazilian duo, Gustavo doesn't necessarily lead the pushes. It's Wishy. Wishy's the aggressive one here. So he has the ultimate high. He's always looking for the shot. What are they going to do? It's just a nice standoff.
Yeah, and that's this whole event, right? Players have just been very cautious about what they want to do. They are not trying to get too aggressive in these fights. They know what's on the line here. Millions in prizing is on the line. You do not want to make a bad decision. Be one of those teams that are eliminated out early on. But Gustavo's going to be putting shots down. Focusing this player, forcing him to actually build up. He has no builds to work with as well. 19 HP remaining, and just a hope and a prayer, but unfortunately for him,
Gustavo's
out. Wishy isn't going to happen for him either.
Yo dije chip.
He's feeling it. That's going to be 2 elims.
Que sí, como lo digo ahora.
The snarky little smirk right there on his face when you get those 2 points. Feels so good.
It's really good. It feels really good. And then Volks and Parpy. And look at this. Parpy actually dealing with this battle. And this other player that actually got the high ground against him was focus firing on Volks. Parpy pushing back here. I wonder, you get split up like this, but Volks and Parpy, they love playing a very aggressive style. They'll get in your face. They'll box you out if they need to.
Yeah, without a doubt, this duo was unmatched when it came down to eliminations in the qualifying rounds. They had the most, actually, and even pulled off a consecutive 5 victories in 8 games to qualify for one of the weekends. Volks and Parpy, another kind of reference to Game 1. They had a great Game 1. We saw them picking up duos, but we haven't seen them necessarily make it through the end game. All they have to do is kind of slow it down here, and that's what they're trying to do, but being split up is terrible.
Also, in the distance, I just want to make note, Wolfie's a very aggro controller player. He's another one. I think that we've seen a fun mixture of players that look to get that safe approach to the game, and then others that just want to take early fights, get some points early on, because maybe they're playing that early game strategy rather than like focusing so hard. Like if you get late game, that's great, but you do want to rack up a few eliminations.
Hola.
How low the points are that have been thus far in games 1 and 2. Get yourself a few elims and then maybe manage to make it to that top 15, which is very hard given how many players have stayed alive in this game. Games 1 and 2, we were at what, like circle 5? Circle 5. I think we were sitting at like 45, 46 players. They're just waiting for movement.
Yeah, and that's where that storm surge kicks in, right? Does damage to players.
Ludwig.
Ruined Chapels, one of my picks to watch. Sort of been struggling in the format so far. I guess when the real pressure's on, you know, the environment shifts, right? Everything changes.
That's right. Everything changes here, and Crew does manage to get that shot off, or attempted to, with that tactical shotgun. It was not going to get the connection necessary there, but it did put the fear in the player to have to back away. Both players, well, respecting the space from one another. The stinkers come out. Crew and Chapix having to get out of there, and they're going to use those, I believe, the shockwave nades to just fly on out of there. Didn't see the purple over their bodies there, but they were able to fly on out of that fight. Could have gotten real risky for them.
I was going to say, that was a respectful disengage. You only got 6 games here, 2 of which have happened.
Yeah,
they need big performances. They have to push towards placement and end game. So good on them to kind of back up, man. When you have stinkers, there's no defense against it. You get chunked down right through your builds. It really is annoying to go against. And speaking about the stinkers here, Epic Whale's under pressure right now, and that's just going to chunk him down. They force him off of the campfire, and we'll see if he returns to it. Yep, here you go.
Yeah, you're only going to get so much time with that campfire. Epic Whale, along with 40R Storm. This is a Week 10 qualified duo. Last moment you could possibly have it happen, and they managed to pull it off. Maybe this could be the game for them. Another dominating duo in the scene, Airwalks and Nikov. Airwalks winning the Pro-Am yesterday 2 times now. This is a whole new ball game. Best players in the world in this lobby. It's not going to be a cakewalk, and he knows that. It hasn't been the best run thus far for Airwalks and Nikov.
Yeah, and it was their last final games there. Notice the text right there. The fast track Airwalks and Nikov qualified for the Fortnite World Cup. In their final 7 games, that's intense. They were struggling so close on the cusp every single weekend, so close to qualifying. If it was 5 placements, they were 6 or so like that. It was that close for them. But jumping in here, Crew is going to put some pressure down, and it looks like his teammate has been turned out as well. He's already gone.
Also going to see some eliminations over in the feed as well. You got Crew who just cleaned up on Volks, but Septic took out X-Mend. And then I think I saw XXM pop up there on the receiving end of a shot there, so we'll be out of the action as well. Crew by himself has 1 elimination. It's going to start to collapse. Salty Springs is going to be the point of interest for all of our players here. Got a lot of bodies that are going to be lingering outside. Some that are even as far out as Dusty Divot, like on the northern end of it, sticking around there. So maybe trying to get some last-minute loot, perhaps. We'll have to see.
Here is Parpy looking for that peak. Volks and Parpy always tend to stay together, but wait a second, that was a tricky little shockwave right there. He did try to sneak his way into the build. He takes the wall. What are you going to do with it? Crew's still looking for the replacement here. He gets it on land, takes the wall. 184. Crew's excitement, you can feel it from here. That was a huge shot. With the new tactical shotgun, the legendary.
That's right. When you're feeling it, man. He went right for the fight. Ambitious, the young player there from Sweden, 15 years of age, man, and he's playing for millions of dollars. So many of these players, they're just young ones. We have a lot of young fans here in the arena today. Maybe next year this could be them. And then you got a few of the veterans. Zexro, Vinny, saw Nate Hill, as well as Funk Mongrel, Mitro, Aiden there in the corner of the screen. And back over to our Game 2 winners, Zexro and Vinny. No eliminations to their name thus far. I mentioned Wolfie's the aggro controller player. He went right for Nyx and just take him out on that one.
Yeah, definitely want to see Wolfie hopefully catch some more highlights before the weekend's over. Touch base with him. He's a great kid, definitely enthusiastic about being here at the World Cup, and he feels totally prepared. He's ready to represent. As one of the few controller players to actually qualify for this weekend. This is a big weekend for a lot of players, obviously, clearly. Here you have Cease and Elevate. They haven't found their rhythm.
They've been a little quiet, man. They won WSOE, a great duo that has had success in the past, but this has just not been their game so far. Got to get something to turn it around. The talent is certainly there. I think I saw someone on the Fortnite competitive Reddit mention, why is no one talking about Cease and Elevate? And I think it's just important to note that in order for us to talk about it, they got to start doing some things. And I think games 1 and 2 has not been their game.
Yeah, and I mean, we were there in the warm-up rounds. A lot of players were not necessarily revealing strategy, but whoa, that's a huge shot on Ziff right there as Mitro sends one flying down the field right there.
Sent him packing. Dear me. All right, so back into the action at hand. We're going to have 36 duos left in this. Notable names, obviously, Mega and Dubs. Benji Fishy, Mr. Savage. A lot of people in the crowd popped for Benji Fishy when he walked out, as well as Mr. Savage. For due reason, this is a stupendous duo. The double snipe combination for Benji Fishy and Mr. Savage.
Big shot right there.
¿Qué son los Rockets?
Gotta be careful. There's no standing still in a box here because you might eat one right there. They line up another.
¿Qué son los Rockets?
But hey, all damage matters. Storm Surge, you want to be dealing damage. You cannot stay idle. There are no free passes at the World Cup.
Look what happened in Game 1, man. The Storm Surge claimed a lot of victims. You have to be engaging in fights. You cannot stay still. There's Fwexy and Letwick on the move. Nyrox right behind him. Organization. Benji Fishy's going to be down. Just saw that one off on the side. Mr. Savage now having to deal with a player that had engaged on him. He get built above. He just needs to wait this one out here, but Benji does get cleaned up. Yeah, that was going to be Fwexy.
And that was such a sneaky ambush right there. He used his shadow bomb, pushed up. Notice Benji was kind of over-peeking, harassing players with that sniper. You cannot hold down scope right there. He ate a shotgun to the face, and that's why Benji goes down. And I love what Savage did here. He just went for high ground. He had to immediately get out of there and leave his duo behind. So What can Mr. Savage do? One of the best mechanical players here today. What can he do by himself?
It's not going to be easy. Not with a lobby like this. At this point in time, he's really just looking to play the keep away game. Maybe he can pick off a player with that heavy sniper, get an elimination for himself. They only have 1 point right now, and they're nowhere near getting the placement points currently. He's still looking to harass some players. Put some pressure on them. Now you see that half-out circle. Only 2 duos are going to be inside of there, so everyone's going to have to start to move over to that east side. It's going to be a struggle for so many players. They're starting to make the moves right now. They want to try and gatekeep, prevent these players from getting inside.
This is a team we want to watch right now during this rotation. Mongrel and Nitro, they are masters at executing, especially when they have mobility like this to cut across the field. They are on the hunt right now, and there's no reason for them to rush. Once they spot out someone, they're gonna pounce. They're gonna jump on that target.
Yeah, they're gonna wait for you to make that mistake. And with the nerves at an all-time high here, players are certainly
Ya están en late.
make that error in judgment.
Dejo el móvil.
Saw it happen in scrims when we were looking at players.
Vamos a reaccionar. Mongrel y Nitro, chavales. No hay nadie viéndome, pero me da igual. Si esto lo ve alguien, va a quedar todo épico porque voy a castear aquí como si fuera un puto caster de mierda. Ay, veamos los globos de cumpleaños. Madre mía, no he jugado en una puta semana, pero aquí estoy comentando un puto caster. Acabo de ver un puto tweet de niña que dice que ama Fortnite, pero todo el mundo sabe que es un puto vendido y que no, en realidad no ama Fortnite, sino lo que pasa es que le gustan los millones que le da ese juego al stream. 1 millón de euros por día. Ojalá yo ganara eso, güey. Madre mía, no puedo castear más rápido. Madre mía, este 1x1, bueno, 2x2 entre Crew y Mongrel. Madre mía, Crew que se había disparado por los aires. Epic Whale se queda un poco vendido como Mongrel y Nitro intenten rushearle. Y ahí tenemos a Mega y a Dubs en la lateral. Ahora mismo el high lo tienen Macbooth y Calculator. Madre mía, qué sé lo que estoy haciendo porque yo soy una puta máquina y hablo más rápido que Sheeran cuando rapea y cuando coge el micrófono porque yo soy el mejor, no me gana, no me para, no me para, no me para, no me para. Esta partida la confío en que gane Stompy porque no lo vi aún en el mapeado del Fortnite. Venga, dale una puta bala. Quiero ver show. Gracias, ponme otro para que vea show. Fortnite. Dar puto show. Esta partida Mongrel fuera. Los mato Mega y Dubs. Este duelo tendría que verlo yo. Madre mía, siguen teniendo el high ground estos. Sí, pues posibilidad de ganar. Este high ground es muy importante para estos chavales. Si controlan el high ground, yo creo que podrían ganar, seguro. Si no les tiran, supongo que ganarán. Pero aún quedan jugadores como Mega, Dubs. Y hay muchos y no puedo verlo. A ver si queda Borgon. El único español que hay. Borgon, por favor, estate ahí. Si no está Borgon, voy full con Mega o con Oslo. Nah, Borwen como que está muerto, la verdad. Sí, Borwen muerto. Ese top 9, adiós, Borwen. Me cago en todo. Ganó, tío. La sub-19 gana 2-0 contra Portugal. Y aquí los españoles faileando la World Cup. Tío. Yo que sé, Mega me gusta mucho como juega. Yo creo que la va a ganar. Y van a adelantar a WhatsApp y al otro. Ostri, que queda Saf, Queda Saf vivo,
find this one solo. And then up above, it's Macwood and Calculator. This whole time, they picked up 3 eliminations from that whole exchange, Monster.
Calculator y Macruz van muy bien. Yo creo que lo único que les va a poder parar sería un invierte tormentas, la verdad. Un invierte tormentas muy bien tirado, la verdad. Vale, aquí la acabo de cagar, porque si van a rushear a Mega y a Dax. Bad Sniper y Oslo también tienen posibilidades. Sí, sí. Los tienen. A ver si le da tiempo a revivir. No, no, no. Adiós, revivir.
Here at the Fortnite World Cup Finals, could they get the high ground and wrestle the control away from Calculator and Macwood? Oslo waiting for Vinny. You can see that.
Me encanta el pelo de Oslo, chaval. Puto negro.
They have their eyes on Dubs and Mega, and they do not want to give them that freedom to dictate where they want to go. They want to try and pinch them.
Me fastidia mucho el negro. Odio el negro. Joder, el cuervo es una puta mierda, tío. Vamos Mega, vamos Dubs, quiero que ganéis. Joder, al final va a ganar el Calculator y el Mega Boost, tío. What the fuck, what the fuck. Dubs muerto. Buf. Tiene que matar a Dubs a Oslo. Que lo mato, Mega o Dubs. Nah, Macus y Calculator, como había dicho. Lo que quieres nunca es lo que va a pasar. A ver cuántos puntos llevan. Esto no está actualizado. Hay 8 personas que llevan 0 puntos de migrante. Leno, 0 puntos, tío. Leno. Oslo, 0 puntos. ¿Qué me estás diciendo, tío? Hacer algo. Hacer algo en vuestra vida, que yo soy un malo, pero vosotros sois competitivos, se supone. Sceptic, yo quería ver más arriba. ¿Dónde está Stampy? No lo he visto en la puta vida. Se dice aquí. Se dice. Eikua. Top 26, tío. ¿Qué está pasando? ¿Qué está pasando? ¿Qué puta mierda está pasando? Quiero ver dónde está el puto Stampy y el puto Chichicle. O cómo se pronuncia. Mira, me acaban de hacer tanto fail que ni lo voy a mirar. Neroxiza. Borwen 16, tío. ¿Dónde está Stompy? Aposté por él, tío. Aposté por Stompy. Nada. Voy de puta madre. Voy como...